Hey guys, how are you? It is time for a Sunday morning edition of the Daily Juice Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Perrault. You can follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt. You can follow BettingPros on Twitter at BettingProsNFL. We're here every morning on BettingPros, always being brought to you by BetMGM. And you guys have this offer, the $5 bet for new customers. It's paid out in free wagers, $100 in free bets. If either team scores a touchdown, you bet a side, a money line, a total, whatever you want to bet. Touchdown gets scored in that game, you get $100 in free bets from BetMGM when you sign up for a new account using that promo code JUICE100. Okay, so it's 10 o'clock on the West Coast, Pacific time, and it's late. It's getting late, and I got to get up early because, well, our Betting Pros live stream on our YouTube channel, which you should already be a subscriber to that, 11 a.m. Pacific time, 11 a.m. Eastern time, 8 a.m. Pacific time. Dan Harris and myself going over all the bets, picks, and plays, all the breaking news, line movements. Dan and I will argue, I'm sure, on different picks and bets and plays and whatnot. So we'll have some fun. We'll go through the slate. We'll talk about different picks and different sides, and we had fun. I'm going to be here actually in my studio this time, so I won't be in a hotel room. I'll actually be here coming up. So it's 11 a.m. Eastern time, 8 a.m. Pacific on the Betting Pros YouTube channel for our live stream. Dan Harris has a bunch of player props and stuff to give you guys. I will bet some of Dan's props. I'll add on a couple other that I like myself going into week 2 here in the NFL. Okay, so let's recap yesterday. We get the MMA bets 1-1. Unfortunately, just a bad loss in the first fight. Guy should have won in the first round, goes to the second round, and then gets knocked out. So that blew the two-leg money line parlay, but then Anthony Smith did what he was supposed to do with a knockout in the first round of Span. So Span goes down, he gets knocked out, and so we get that plus 110 bet to make up for the juice on the half a unit we lost on the parlay. So that's just dead, straight, flat loss. No blood at all there for mixed martial arts. We are currently sitting with a record of 3-0, I believe, right? So we got let me just double check on this because the Arizona State game is not going my way at the moment. It's 21-17 right now. So we get the Cincinnati pick correct. The referees tried to steal the Penn State game from us, but we got that right at -4.5. So Cincy covers thanks to a huge second half. Penn State covers thanks to, well, not thanks to the referees. I mean, my God, they were awful. They had to issue an apology, basically, just completely disgusting. And then the Discord bet cashes. So the Discord bet at plus 3.5, that cashes. We don't count that, but you guys are now 2-0 in football season with our Discord wagers. So nice job out of you guys. You guys won me a half a unit there, or nearly a half a unit, at plus 3.5 for Memphis. They get the win outright against Mississippi State. So that was nice. Another home dog with an outright win in college football. My goodness gracious. So now we've got Arizona State officially going right now for one full unit. It's 21-17, BYU leading that game starting the fourth quarter right now. And they just had an interception return to the 10-yard line, and the guy got stripped and fumbled and recovered by BYU. Just disgusting. Arizona State should have gone in, or at least it would have been driving for the go-ahead score, but instead BYU got the ball back. So we'll watch the fourth quarter here. Maybe we get a miracle cover, and we wind up going 3-0 in college football, and then we'll be up 3 units on the day, or nearly 3 units on the day. Most likely that's not going to happen. Most likely we're going to lose this, just the way BYU's been playing. I'm not sure we can see a cover here by Arizona State, but maybe. So it's either a 2-1 day or a 3-0 day, one of the two. But regardless, we are up for the day, which is nice. I'm going to get the Boise. I got the Boise game wrong personally, and then maybe Arizona State wrong as well. But it's a winning day for me as well. So very fun, good Saturday, good bounce back after Thursday, Friday, which really was nasty. Didn't like it at all. So now we've got a winning day to snap that 2-day losing streak. So that's nice. So, okay, let me give you the pick for the Daily Juice team for our Circa Million pick, okay? Here are the 5 selections for the Circa Million that we have come up with. We did the Discord chat. A lot of you guys were on that. And we had by the way, we had 150 people in the Discord bet conversation in the morning on Saturday. That was awesome. Like that was really fun to have that many people going in there. But I mean, very, very cool. Really, really liked it a lot, and we were great. So in the conversation we had with the 4, Cole Brewster was at a game, and user Birds and I forget his name. Birds and where is his name? I forget. I wrote it down somewhere. But he couldn't. He gave us his picks. He couldn't come on, so he wasn't able to come on. We came up with the following 5 plays: Panthers plus 3.5 against the Saints, Dolphins plus 3.5 at home against the Bills, Eagles plus 3, which some people aren't really in love with, but the Eagles plus 3 against San Francisco, Patriots laying 5.5 against the Jets, and the Cardinals laying 3.5 against the Vikings. Some of those plays are very popular. In fact, my other team, the only difference is we took the Rams minus 3.5 and Eagles plus 3. Now, talking to my other team member, he had a couple of interesting points that, like, people are going to talk about being too public right now and too much with the masses right now. It doesn't matter really, because fading the public and going against the grain and being contrarian, both with betting and with plays in these contests, it's week 2, so we can't really worry too much about that. And I'm excited to see what happens in the next couple of weeks, how the public responds to it, but like, don't worry about that, essentially, is what he said. Like don't worry. And I think he's right. I think he talked me into being like, okay, who cares? Don't worry about these things, okay? So that's the Circa Million. Went 2-3 last week. Hopefully we go better. Panthers plus 3.5, Dolphins plus 3.5, Eagles plus 3, Patriots minus 5.5, and the Cardinals minus 3.5. Those last 2 plays are official bets for the Daily Juice, okay? So let me explain where we're going here. We're already involved with the Bengals plus 3, which is so bleeping public. The number now is 1. If the Bengals win that game outright, I can't tell you how big of the books are going to get crushed, just completely crushed if that happens. But, we'll see what happens. Bengals plus 3, and then we have the teaser with the Patriots from a 6-point pick down to a pick 'em, minus 6 to a pick, and then the Dolphins from plus 3.5 up to 9.5. Okay, that's the teaser I gave you earlier in the week. Those are both 1-unit plays. Let's talk about the Patriots here and why I'm laying 6 points with the Patriots. Okay, this is my team, and you could say, Matt, this is super public, and the number opened at 3.5. It's been all the way up to 6. Everyone I'm talking to, everybody that I conferred with and had conversations with, the offensive line is a mess for the Jets. They gave up, 6 sacks in their first game when they actually had their offensive line, and now Beckham is out. They got to shuffle guys around, and the Patriots have a defensive front that you've got to be really concerned about. And the Patriots can get after the quarterback. The Patriots can really do a great job of pushing tempo defensively, making the offense uncomfortable. And Belichick is 20-6 straight up against rookie quarterbacks. He's just going to confuse the holy heck out of Zach Wilson. It's a typical game you would fade, right? Road team, big favorite, divisional game, home divisional dog. All these things just basically scream. It screams take the Jets. I get it, okay? I do. But I think the Patriots are going to win this game by double digits. And I think that Mac Jones is going to run the football really effectively. I think this is kind of a coming out party for Mac Jones a little bit. I think he's going to play a really big game, a good game today. So we already have it teased down to a pick. I'm going to lay it here. I'm going to lay the 6 points with the Patriots and have the Patriots go into New York and beat up on the team that the Patriots have owned historically. Just a little bit too early in the Robert Saleh era, a little early in Zach Wilson's career without an offensive line. I think the Patriots can run the ball, be effective. I don't hate a play on the under, okay? I don't think points are going to get scored by a lot, but I think this is like a 24-10 win for the Patriots, and they win by 2 touchdowns. So that's my bet, my 1-unit play, Patriots minus 6. For the other full unit, because we've got 4 full units going, Cardinals minus 3.5. Fading a lot of people, I think including Dan Harris, who someone told me in the Discord channel is taking the 4.5 or bet Vikings plus 4.5. The Vikings are going to be seriously undermanned defensively. And no Anthony Barr, no Everson Griffin. They're missing a couple of cornerbacks. I just think that you've got an offense at home. I know the Cardinals against the spread haven't been great as a home favorite. I think this is the year for the Cardinals. I think Kyler Murray is going to be an MVP candidate. I thought it last year. I think it this year. I think this year as well. I think the dude's just got so many weapons to throw to, and I think he's going to be able to move the football kind of at will here on the Vikings, and I don't know if the Vikings can keep up. I mean, look, the Vikings, I think, are going to have a tough time stopping the defensive line. Look, Chandler Jones is not going to go ahead and have 5 sacks like he did last week, but I think that defense is better than people think. It's early, and they're like, it's the same old Cardinals, blah. I liked the Cardinals early last year. I'm going to like the Cardinals early again this year. I'm going to lay the 3.5 points here. If you can get 3, by the way, if you get this late, you get it at 3, even better, okay? Or buy it down, but it's going to be expensive to buy it down to 3. But if it goes to 3, I like it even more. I think the Cardinals win and cover. I do. I think they win the game by 4 points or more, and I think that this is a tough start to the year for Minnesota. And I think there's been a lot of distractions with Minnesota, and everyone's looking at, Mike Zimmer's record off of a loss, where he's been, and, on the road, what he's been, 19-9 straight up, coming off of a loss on the road, Mike Zimmer is. Okay, these are all trends to go into it. I'm going to take the better quarterback. Yeah, I said it. And I'm going to take the better offense. I know the receiving core is really nice, and Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson are both really, really good. I understand that, but I mean, if you're not going to be able to run the football, and I'm curious how much Dalvin Cook, what do you do with him? Do you put him in the passing attack? Do you run the football with him? Like, what do you do? Because you're going to have to score. And because I think that Vikings defense is going to give up a lot of points. In fact, I said I'm not playing totals, but the over in this game I really like, okay? Over 51. I like the over in this game a lot. But if I'm playing the over, I got to play the better offense, and I got to play the better quarterback. So I'm laying the 3.5 points here with the Cardinals. I'm laying 3.5 Arizona at home, short favorite to beat the Vikings. I'm wrong a lot with the Vikings. I'll just say this, but I'm not concerned so much about being public or not being public and who's doing what. Not concerned of it. Okay, so the full card going into tomorrow is this: Patriots -6, Cards -3.5, Bengals +3.5. Teaser, Patriots pick, Dolphins +9.5, okay? Those are the 4 units. I'm waiting on one more play. I'm going to give it to you officially during the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat, or the link underneath me here on YouTube. Ravens plus as many points as you can get. The books are so heavy on KC, but they're not moving the number. Why not? I'm going to ask it again. Why is this number not moving? Why is this number not 4, 4.5, 5? I think before the game, when all the liability starts to roll into that game, I think when you start to see the books really have a tough time with how much liability, money line liability, and just, parlay liability they're going to have with KC -3.5, that number is going to climb. Give me 4, give me 4.5, give me 5, give me as many points as I can get, and I'll hold my nose and take the Ravens. Okay? I'll just take the Ravens. Everyone's on Kansas City, and this will be, and look, if I'm 0-4 heading into Sunday night, I won't do this, okay? But if I'm 3-1 heading into Sunday night, or I'm 4-0, 2-2 will be an interesting conversation. I don't know how I'll do. If I'm just down the juice, I'm not sure what I would do. But if I'm 3-1 heading into the week, heading into Sunday Night Football, yeah, I'll take the Ravens. I'll sweat it out. I'll see if Lamar Jackson can pull a miracle and John Harbaugh can pull a miracle. Sure, why not? But it's not official yet, okay? So in the Discord channel, I will tell you whether or not we're going to jump on the Ravens officially, at what number, when, all that stuff coming up later on today here in the Discord channel, okay? So 4 units in play for us. I will have a Wong teaser. I'm 1-0 on my Wong teasers. I'm 0-1 on my pre-kick or pre-Sunday teasers, okay? So hopefully we get this Patriots one right. There will be a Wong teaser coming. I will bet a Wong teaser coming up right before kickoff, right before we get off the air. Dan Harris and I, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Time for the Betting Pros YouTube channel live chat for the week. I will have a Wong teaser. If you don't know what a Wong teaser is, I will explain it more coming up today with Dan Harris and I later on today. You will get the full explanation. I will have one more of those. Want to know so far on the year with Wong teasers last week it was the Chargers and the Bengals that cashed that minus 120 bet for us with a Wong teaser. So more on that coming up later on today. I will talk to you later today on YouTube for our live stream here for the Daily Juice. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt. We're here every single morning. Always being brought to you by BetMGM.